Hello there everyone, welcome to another Luthier's Lair. This one's kind of a special one. It's mainly for a person on Facebook, but I've had similar requests for this for forever, on how to get the Mark King slap tone of the mid 80s, early to mid 80s, between probably the albums like Pursuit of Accidents right up to the Physical Presence live album that they did, up to the Live at Wembley concert sounds. The sound changed radically in Mark's playing from the Pursuit of Accidents album, which was about 1981-82, through to Live at Wembley, which was in 1986, I believe. The holiday season 1986, I'm pretty sure. But this one is especially for Rumen in Bulgaria. Facebook name is Uriah Slap. Awesome Facebook name. And he has a Digitech BP200 multi-effects pedal. I have the same one. And there are better ones out there, like the Boss multi-effects series are very good. The Digitech's a little noisy, but it does the job, and it does the job very well. So I'm going to be showing the settings I use to get those type of sounds out of the JayDee Supernatural Classic Series 1 bass guitar, which is the guitar Mark used right up till the end of 86, really, when he started switching more to Status. From then Mark used Status, then Alembic in the late 80s, early 90s, and then when he made a revival he started using custom Fender jazz basses and GB basses made by Bernie Goodfellow, and then went back to Rob Green at Status again, and continued his voyage with Status. I hope you're all doing well out there during this time. I hope you're finding things to do. Might maybe try and engage yourself in something you've always wanted to do, and try and get better at that. That's basically what I've been trying to do. However, I'm still working, but as a developer, a software developer, I can work from home easily. Just as long as the power doesn't go out in the office and the servers don't go down, I'm fine, you know, I can work. So I don't have much time. I have the same amount of time during the week as I always did at work. But to you guys out there, use your time in a creative way and wisely. Anyway, on to this video. This should be fun, this one. I'm also hoping to do my next video will be a little, well, maybe quite a long one, on how to compose something, or how I go about composing. And I'm going to pick maybe a famous tune to destroy, and we'll go with that. So, but anyway, back to the business in hand. Mark King sound. What effects do you need, and what are the dynamics of his sound? Let's see. So, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be using the JayDee Supernatural Classic Series 1 model bass, which Mark used almost exclusively, not quite. Used Zon and Wow and stuff like that early on, but the JayDee is what he was known for in the early to mid 80s. And I'm going to be doing two sound types. One is the Pursuit of Accidents album type sound, and the second one will be more of a Physical Presence live / Live at Wembley type sound that he had in the mid 80s. So we'll use the JayDee Supernatural Classic, and just to remind us what it sounds like dry, here we go.
Still a great sound, but Mark put some effects on there, and we're going to go and we're going to outline those effects on the BP200, Digitech BP200, sorry. Now remember, this is subjective. Everyone hears things differently. This is my take on it only. My take only. Some people might disagree, some people might agree, but this is what I'm hearing. And first off, I'm going to do the sound setup for the Pursuit of Accidents album. And I'll go through every setup on the Digitech, every setting on the Digitech, and maybe I'll suggest an overall thing. However, the first thing is the setup of the JayDee itself. It's in active mode. Okay. The treble is nearly all the way up, just a touch down. The mid is about a quarter of the way up. The volume is nearly all the way up. And of course master volume, master tone is all the way up. Because I use the desk to balance it out. I'm on back pickup only. Back only. So you get a more thin sound. That's both pickups. And that's the front pickup. As you can hear, that's much more like the King type sound, so back pickup only. Okay, that's the setting on the JayDee. The rest we'll do through the pedal. Okay, back soon. Okay, here we are with the Digitech BP200 bass multi-effects. Right, so what we got here? Okay, this is the bass effects pedal right here. This is a loop station, the Boss RC20XL. This is the effects. Down here we have all the effects we can have. So I'm going to skip through them. You skip through them by pressing this select button, and you can change the settings of each one when you get there. So let's press the first one. By the way, this little button is a drum machine. Awesome. Anyway, so for the Pursuit of Accidents style sound, I have fretless and wah here. That's off. Okay. Compressor is off because I can do compression through my desk, but I don't do much compression. The setup I have, I don't get a lot of clipping. Okay. Amp or stomp box. Well, this is amp modeling, and I choose this high wattage amp setting that the Digitech has. To change the amp, you use this knob here, as you can see. Boom, 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 boom. I'll go back to the high wattage. Okay, the gain I have at 65 for that, and the level I've set at 70. So you can see. I'll just put it back to 70. Okay, cool. Equalization. Okay, you can see I've got the bass kind of low down on that. For middle is 8 and treble is 4. Okay, now I'm not really sure that that's my correct setting for that, so I'm going to grab my bass. I'm sitting on the floor right now and banging the bass all over the place. That's about right, actually. Yep, that's correct. I believe that to be right, so I'm going to leave that like that. Actually, I'm going to put the bass up a notch, and I'm going to put the middle up to 6 and the treble to 8. Cabinet. The type of speaker cabinet I want to go with is an 8x10 modelled cabinet. Okay, with a silencer on it, not swell. Dump silencer. Okay, and this button here, the throughput, what I'm going to do is 0. Effects. Chorus. Now, this was a big part of Mark's sound. I have the amount at 71 and the level at 77 for this. Delay I don't have. Reverb, I have the decay set to 56. The main setting is club. This is a club setting that we have built into the Digitech. And what I've done, I have the decay at 56, okay, and the level at 23. So it's a touch of reverb on there, okay. Let's put that back to 23, 24. I'm going to go for 25 actually, 25. 24. No, 24 will do. Screw it. Expression is the last setting. And I have a volume pedal setting for the expression, so I just keep it at that, and that's it done. Now if I want to store it, I go to this button here, press. Now it can let you rename it. I just keep it at the factory default. I just remember these, that's all. I could put MKPOA. That'd be Mark King Piece of Ass. No, Mark King Pursuit of Accidents. Sorry, Mark. And then you press it again, and then a third time, and that stores it, and that's it done. That's the Pursuit of Accidents setting. And now, let's go play it and see how it sounds. Okay? Cool. So, sorry about the screw ups and everything, but this is just to demo the sound. So, that's my take on the sound of the JayDee in the Pursuit of Accidents. Next, I'll play Love Games, but in the sound shape of a live at Wembley type setting and sound. So, let's go and see how that's set up on the Digitech BP200. Awesome. Okay, here we are with my setting for the mid-80s JayDee Mark King style sound. My take on it. Okay, this is setting 1 on my Digitech. You see, like, it's called Punch. And again, I think that's a factory default. I don't rename them, I just remember what they're called at the factory, and then I edit them as I like. So, what we got here, okay, again, the select button is what we'll use. Press it once. The fretless and wah effect is off. The compressor is off, okay. Amp stomp box is off. Now, most people would say, well, you should have a Trace Elliot sound in there or something like that. And I'm like, no, I really don't need it because I can model other things with the effects panel. But I do have the level set to 60 on this. Okay. Now, equalizer. I have the bass at 4, the middle at -10 and the treble at 5. Now, I'm going to turn the bass up a touch on that, and the treble I'm going to put to like 8 or 9 actually. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try that out in a minute. Now, cabinet, I use a 4x10 H cabinet. 4x10 cabinets, when you play through a real one, you get a very punchy sound from them. They are good at handling transients, and you get a very pure, high fidelity type sound from them. You get low end, but you get a lot of high end out of them as well. And most people will try and use a compressor or a limiter at least, to stop from blowing the speaker when you slap. However, for these purposes right now, you don't really need to, but I do recommend using a limiter if you're going to be playing this live through an amplifier, not through a desk like I'm doing right now. Okay, you can see I've got the silencer there, the threshold is 30 on it. Okay, effects, chorus again, amount 64, level 71 on this. Now, I'm going to turn up the amount to about 70 and the level to about 84. I don't have any delay. Reverb again, club, but the decay 60 and the level 34 at this point. Okay, expression is reverb level on this for my expression pedal, but I don't use it. And the min and max is 0 and 35, okay, but I don't use the expression pedal. Okay, so we're done with that. Once again, 1, 2, 3 to store it. Okay, and that is the settings I use for the mid-80s type Mark King sound on the JayDee Supernatural Classic. We're talking, of course, Physical Presence live album and Live at Wembley, especially Live at Wembley type sound. Okay, where the bass has got a lot of low end and a lot of high end and not much middle. So it sounds a little thin, but Mark intentionally did that, I believe. I don't know if he's actually specified this, because Mike Lindup used to program in sequenced bass lines as well, so that it complemented Mark's playing. Anyway, let's go and try Love Games with this, shall we? Yeah, okay, cool. So it does replicate that lots of bottom end and lots of top end and sort of good middle, you know, so when you do something like, let's mute this. See, you get that distinctive kind of live at Wembley sound, which is an awesome sound, you know. There's no bass that sounds like that. No bass that sounds like the JayDee. So I'm very honoured to own one. And I just refurbished it myself with the help of Mr. Diggins as well. Thanks, John. Awesome job. And that's it for this little episode. I'm glad you can join me to explore all these, and this is especially for Rumen there in Bulgaria, who requested this specifically, even outlining a video I did about, I think about 13 or 14 years ago, when I was kind of younger. I still didn't have any hair though. But anyway, thanks Rumen, and thanks everyone else. Again, these are perilous times. Stay safe, stay home, take all the precautions you can, wash, 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 and keep safe, and keep improving, okay? Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.